a fun fact, me and Hugh Lee went to the same animation studio in Korea and we worked there for a while. It's kind of like how we connected on LinkedIn. And
Yeah, right.
the studio is called Funny Flux. And I
Yeah,
had
what a small world.
yeah. Hi, everybody. I am back again with another student testimonial. This student just finished my action storyboarding for feature animation. Her name is Hugh Lee. Hugh Lee, could you just, give us a quick introduction of yourself and where you're from and what do you do?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Heidi, a storyboard artist with about 3 years of experience, and I came from Korea. I love visual storytelling and bring characters and emotions to life through storyboards. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. So, Hewley just finished my mentorship, I think, a week ago. And the first question I wanna ask you is, what was your overall experience in the mentorship?
First of all, I've always struggled with understanding the elements of an action sequence, even though I watched so many great action scenes, but I didn't really know how to create one myself. So someone once told me, if you watch a lot of movies, you will just feel it. But without the basic knowledge, just feeling something is really hard. So when I tried to study action scene before, I often felt kind of lost. But through this mentorship, I learned the basic elements of feature animation action scenes, and after that, when I watched them again, I could totally feel and understand the structure. And these days, I really enjoy making action sequence, and I'm not afraid of them anymore.
Awesome.
That's a really big changes.
Awesome. So we covered like a few different topics in the action boarding class. Were there like many things that you didn't know before the class and you know now? And if so, which one kind of stood out to you the most? If you could, tell us.
Oh yes, I have. It's about the balance, the muscular and feminine shots.
Okay.
Before then, I've never known and I've never realized kind of like that elements, and especially the rhythm of the sequence. When I study movies by myself, I used to analyze the action scenes like a math formula, thinking, kind of like, okay, this is where the white shots comes, and this is where the red shot should be. So I focus only on the showing cool and flashy movements, and so I just needed to throw in a few ration shots here and there. That was a but that was a little bit weird because the action scene every action scene is a little bit different by one by one. So that's not formula like a math formula. So so I have to feel it and I have to know about these things. But through this mentorship, I realized even the simple action scene needs emotional focus. There was a big eye opener for me. So also I learned that reaction shots aren't the same as emotional beats. I used to think they were. So I've always loved creating emotional and dramatic sequence, but I wasn't drawn to flash action scenes before. Just for me. After I understood how emotion can drive action, I started to really fall in love with making them because now I can combine both.
Yeah. That's cool. Because a lot of students have that kind of surface level view of action. They think they just need to do the cool action shots and they kind of forget that you need to add emotion in there. So that's really cool. And the next question I want to ask you is, what was the most valuable part of the mentorship, or your favorite part of the mentorship?
As I mentioned earlier, the biggest takeaway for me is that I'm no longer afraid of action scenes. That's really valuable for me. Now I actually enjoy creating them. Before, whenever I got an action sequence in some project, I always felt nervous and unsure about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any confidence of the making action scenes. But through this class, I learned the fundamentals and built confidence by creating scenes together. Now I really wanted to make more personal action project and keep exploring this field.
Yeah, awesome. And just to mention, like before we had our consultation and stuff, we were talking about K-pop Demon Hunters and stuff. And, I kind of imposed a goal on you, like we'll try and get on like the second K-pop or the third K-pop movie, because, you want to work in feature and you're Korean, you could bring that, that cultural background to the film and stuff. So you created a action scene that was based in ancient Korean time, right? Which was really cool.
Yeah, right.
And it's something that you have a personal voice, because you're from Korea and stuff like that, so that was super cool, right? The next question I want to ask you is, I think it's kind of obvious by now, but do you think you have grown since you started the mentorship till now? And do you feel more confident with writing and storyboarding your own action scenes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, before then, I don't have any knowledge of the elemental of the action scenes. That's why I was nervous. But right now, I totally understand what kind of things made the action sequence and what kind of things do I have to put in and I have to focus on. So it's a really meaningful for me.
Oh, awesome.
Available.
Awesome. So the last question I want to ask you to wrap this up is, since you took the class and you know what it's about, like, who would you recommend this class to, or who do you think would benefit most from taking a mentorship like this?
I think someone who afraid to make the action scenes like me, or someone who really wanna make their own personal the action sequence, but they don't know about the elements of the action scenes. Yeah, I really wanna recommend to them because through this class, you can learn a lot of the basic elements. Yeah, the step by step.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you really want to learn the basic action sequence or to create the really cool things, then I really super recommend this class.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hewley, for
Thank
sharing your experience. For those of you who are still watching or got this far into the video, a fun fact, me and Hewley went to the same animation studio in Korea and we worked there for a while. It's kind of like how we connected on LinkedIn. And the studio is called Funny Flux, and I had
a small world.
Yeah, I had an internship there, and she worked there for a while, and we kind of connected there. So very, very small world, and how things just kind of come around, because I learned a lot from the story manager there, and now I am mentoring people who pass through that studio, which is kind of cool, right? But I just thought I would just throw that in there, because the animation industry is so small, And you should always like be nice to people and try and help people and stuff, because you never know.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, because we need to help each other, so yeah, thank you again, Yuli, for sharing your experience. For those of you who are interested in working with me, whether it is in the action boarding or any of my other mentorships, feel free to reach out to me in my Instagram or my LinkedIn, and we could have a consultation call and talk about if the mentorship is right for you, right? So thank you again, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.